roll, rock and roll. It's never too loud, guys, right? And give everybody a minute to jump in. Man, I tell you, we're still on. Y'all guys know the 30-second barrier. Here we go. Stairway to Nowhere. Jord A. JD, how you doing? Artie, Emily, Jacob. Y'all are coming in fast. Haley Fly, Power, Jerry, Jason, Danny, Aqua, hey Aqua, Bud, what you up to, Bud? Granny, Pat Stain, hey Granny, James, what's up, James? Jet, me, hey Jet. All right, guys, so it is a really good day. You might have noticed the title of my video is a really good day. And now what's ironic is y'all guys know that things have been rough lately for me, right? A lot of that I feel is mental, right? It's in our head. Today, I decided that I'm going to get up and no matter what happens, I'm just not going to catastrophize. Catastrophizing basically is when things are going wrong, they seem to go in a set, right? Especially when a lot of things go wrong all at once over the course of a longer period of time. We can get in our head and expect the next thing to go wrong, right? So my phone service went out and I needed to refill it and I lost my credit card. I couldn't find it. I always keep it in this pocket. I couldn't figure out what the heck happened, right? And so I was tripping out in my head, thinking, I'm not going to be able to get my card. I'm going to have to order a new one. I didn't know how I was going to be able to start my phone, get here to talk to y'all guys. Then all of a sudden I had this terrible idea. There was no reason to even think this, right? I thought, what if my account shut down? For some reason, right? And so I found my card. I ran down here to the cell phone spot. I activated my phone. I hit the and I saw that everything's fine. And like I said, it was a very unrealistic idea. And those unrealistic ideas often happen when we start catastrophizing. Also, a lot of times, you know, I talk about like not having too much caffeine and everything, trying to get like 8 hours of sleep, eating something in the morning to activate our metabolism, all of these things, which when things start going wrong is really hard to do and it will only compound the problem. So today I had this idea. I'm going to start talking to y'all guys more about the positive things we can do in negative situations to make things better. Because I feel that sometimes I get off topic and we start talking about other things and I don't put as much importance into those things. So yeah, it's a great day, and the reason I titled it this is because of the Ice Cube song, It Was a Very Good Day. I don't know if y'all guys remember. I remember when it came out. I think it was sometime in the 90s, right? It was the only rap song that my dad actually liked. It came on spontaneously on the radio on one of our drives back from town, which was a really crappy day. I'm talking it was a bad day, right? And the song, for anybody that doesn't know, is basically about having a terrible day and making it home. And if you make it home, somebody asks you, right, how was your day? And you're like, it was a very good day because you made it home, right? And so, yeah, that's just where I am now. I am going to start being much more positive. We're going to start talking more about the things to do. You know, I'm not the only one going through it out there. I mean, a lot of people have so many problems that I feel are really relatable, you know, and I think sharing that, not just the inspiration of perseverance through the day that's crappy, but the tools and stuff that I've learned along the way and learned from a lot of y'all guys too, to make it a good day once we get home. You know what I mean? So also today, the laptop that my friends bought me should arrive at some point. Normally the packages make it out here, I don't know, around 4-ish. It's 12 minutes till 2 right now. I've got a few things to do. I gotta get the stupid car cleaned. I need to get some trash bags and stuff. Yeah, so life is good. Life is what we make it. Lots of times when things are going bad, I try and remember that. I try and talk about that and stuff, but it's hard sometimes to truly believe it when things are going wrong. So it's about mental attitude. Let me jump in here. What's this? JC, brother, who freaking raw, man. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. Man, I cannot tell you how much your contributions have made. All of your contributions have meant the world to me. Now, once we get this computer, hang on, bro. Let me get you a heart and a like. Big salute, brother. Big salute. One of these days, I'm going to do something nice for you. All right. I'd like to, one of these days, if we ever make it big, right? If we find the treasure or like go viral or some junk, right? I would totally like to send it each and every one of y'all guys like a t-shirt or something, you know? Anyway, man, I appreciate you, brother. I just appreciate you. Peace of cake, brother. Oh crap, now I'm pushing buttons. See, when you hit the screen and double tap it, it brings up the thing to manage the viewer and everything, right? And I'm always afraid I'm gonna double tap it and wind up blocking somebody. There's been a lot of people blocked accidentally that way. And because I haven't had the laptop, so to run the channel and most of the, like, I would call an administrative way to access like the YouTube jail, you need a laptop. And so I get to go in there, let a bunch of my friends out and stuff pretty soon. Also, I get to start doing the videos. That has been a major problem for me, I've noticed. It's also added to my mental wear down, because it's something that keeps me busy all the time. It's something that makes me feel like I'm giving back. And I didn't realize it's not an addiction. I think it's a tool. I think it's one of my tools to keep mentally sane kind of sometimes, you know? So that's gonna be really good. Also, I wanna apologize on another note to everybody that has donated through super thanks on the video comment section. I've noticed that I've missed a lot of y'all guys on the comment section. Not having the laptop has made it more difficult to be able to get on there and thank people and be responsive in the comments. I've noticed we have also, like, so sometimes they aren't, it's not a hate comment, right? It's a viewer. And sometimes a viewer will say something about something that they've noticed with the channel. And I catastrophize about it. So like comments and stuff had started to drop off as the format of the show has changed due to recent circumstances. And so all of that is going to start changing back to the way it used to be, because like I said, I can be responsive. We can do Music Madness. It's going to be great. And mainly y'all guys will get the attention that I feel that you deserve in this little platform we've built out here together. Victor, how you doing, Victor? Hopefully soon. Okay, you're talking to Jacob. Excellent. See, I love that. I just freaking love that I can get in here and it's like some of y'all guys have a chat line on here. This is where you talk to each other, you know? And it's really cool. James Play, what up, James? Good to see you, brother. So glad to see you, Matt. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Keep that head up and stay strong, brother. Piece of cake, brother. Piece of cake, James. You do the same, brother. Like I've told you before, I can tell from your inspirational comments that you're that guy anyway, you know? So I will most certainly keep my head up unless things get really rough, and then I'll keep my chin tucked so I don't get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Daniel 92R9 says, yo, Daniel, how you doing today? I hope you are well. Let's go out to dinner and see a movie. That's an awesome name. Says, hey, Matt, promise me you'll never do another rule, brother, no matter what you want to do another rule, please. I don't know what you mean, my friend, but thank you for being here, and for it sounds like you're concerned. Thank you for being concerned. John Davis, hey John, what's up? Katrina, Brenda Lee is in the house. She's saying hey to Robert. Joseph, where you where are you in America today, brother? I am in Washington State, the north end of Washington State, in a little town called Loomis. This is where I found this little gym before I got into recovery, back in 2017 when my family moved here. I moved back here not to be with family and stuff because we've kind of grown apart, but for the people in the country, basically. It's a very beautiful place. It's very Alaska-esque, but it also has some things that Alaska Alaska doesn't. It's got a real like cowboy vibe, and transport here is easier. So it's connected to the road system and everything, which my part of Alaska, southeast, is an island chain, basically. You really need a boat to be able to transport back and forth and everything. And then like I said, I just love the people here. Over the past 4.5, 5 years, I've been able to become part of this community. And it feels good to have friends and neighbors, and these people, you know, they're a lot like me too. We're a lot similar, you know, so it's good. Yeah. Robert saying, Granny. All right, guys, I got to drop down here. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much. Tell our friend I said thank you, all right? And I will let y'all guys know as soon as it shows up, okay? Just there, 77 says, is this the guy down and out? I feel bad for what... Yeah, man, you know, actually, it's not a bad comment. It is, and in some ways, very true. I feel that in my youth and stuff, I wasn't prepared for the real world, or I should say we'll just say the real world, right? That's one thing about an isolated life, especially in early life, that can be problematic. Now, humans are persevering, and we're also learn the things we need to survive, especially when it comes to societal norms and parameters and stuff like that. You know, I do feel that it led to a large part of my, like, I'm not an isolator, but I feel very comfortable on my own, kind of on the outskirts. I like to be involved in community and with other people, and y'all guys know I'm a big talker, right? I love learning about people. I'll stop on the street, meet a stranger, and get to know them, actually, you know. But at the same time, I do feel that how remote I grew up did make it very challenging for me in adulthood to be able to, I don't know, maybe just feel the normal comfort that people do when they grow up in a more society-driven environment, you know? All right. Let's see. Danny Go Box says, just watched in the show about the bottle cap currency. Love your family is amazing. Never give up, never surrender. Thanks, Danny. Never give up, never surrender, brother. Right on. Right on. This is Bush People, Matt says, Stinky Pete. Hey, Stinky Pete. Yeah, I am from a long time ago. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy Dolly is in the house. How you doing, brother? Jimmy saying hi to Becca, Brenda, and Rebecca. Hey, Jimmy, it's good to see you. I love it. Sometimes Jimmy and I, because he has his own channel, and like he's an early bird, he also lives in an area that's a few hours ahead of me and everything, so I hardly ever really get to be part of his lives. And it's neat when either of us jump into the other one's live, because it's, I don't know, it's just kind of like community, you know. I was there when Jimmy started his channel and everything, and it's good to see you, brother. Hoorah. Katrina, hey there, Matt. Love and respect from Detroit. Right back at you, Detroit. And thank you for building so many of our automobiles. Britt says, hi, Matt. Hope you are doing well. Looking good, friend. Thank you. Yeah, I am doing well. I hope the same for you. You know, I hope that things are going well there in your life. And recently, I've been coming through a lot of difficulty and stuff. So, like, if things do get difficult, you know, just remember, keep moving forward. And if we're getting defeated in our main surrounding, we don't have to be defeated up here is what I'm trying to remember. You know what I mean, brother? And we got somebody dropped in a donation. Amber Day. Hey, Amber. Thank you so much, guys. Amber donated $5 to the cause. Let me get you a heart and a like. Bought a comment, said, hey, Matt, I hope you're having a good day and hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Amber, and to you the same. I hope that it's a really great turkey day. I like, so the idea, so much is kind of like politicized and stuff. I like the idea that like Turkey Day could be an idea of getting with people that we don't relate to, learning new things about new people and cultures and stuff, and the way that we can all just get along, you know. Also, it's a nice time to share with family and friends, and if nothing else, just good eats, you know. I remember one of my favorite Turkey Days. My family, we were really down and out, and yeah, that was just kind of how it was. Yeah, we were just down and out, and we weren't going to have any turkey for our Thanksgiving. And we went to I don't remember, I don't think it was a shelter. I think it was more like a food kitchen thing, and they were doing turkey sandwiches, and it wasn't anything special. It was like those pressed turkey patties with gravy, and there was a little bit of stuffing and some red stuff, right? What do you call it? Cranberry sauce. That was one of the best Thanksgivings ever, though. I'll never forget how good that meal tasted. And to me, it really showed that it was more than what it was the environment, and then also like meeting the goal, you know, because having a Thanksgiving dinner is kind of like having a Christmas present to open or a birthday present, you know. Like my best birthday was a Dr. Pepper, and I don't want to get long-winded, or I would explain that. I've talked about it before. Maybe I'll tell a story in the future. Appreciate you. JC, bro, man, oh crap, dude. Look, when you drop in large amounts like this, what I do is I make sure that a good majority of that goes to helping other people. And so that's one thing that we do here on this channel. Even with the recent disasters that the channel has had and the setbacks, we haven't stopped helping other people. There are a few things that are still overextended because of difficulty and everything, but I guarantee you that this is not just going to go in my pocket. This is going to go out to actually make a difference in the lives of others. So JC dropped $100 into the channel, guys, which is an amazing number. That is support like I can't explain. Bought a comment. Let me get you a heart and a like, my friend. Guys, let's see if we can get JC a like on here, would you? Says, would love to hear more stories, and when I get some time, I will write you a letter. Very cool, JC. I would really like to get to read that letter. You've done so much for the channel and everything, and you just seem like a cool guy. Everything that you say, your inspiration, your support, the salute, right? I'd just like to get to know you better, brother. Oh, be sure, if you would, throw your phone number in there, all right? And I'll have your post office from the, but throw your phone number in there, or email, whatever you want, all right? Thank you again, brother. Oh. Okay, go here. Let's Alan. Is Alan in here? Hey, Alan, how you doing? Oh, Dilly says, are you from that show? Guilty as charged. I was a long time ago, Dilly. Now I just do this here with y'all guys, which is cool. I love doing this. It's a way that I took all of the knowledge and opportunity I had making the show and extended the rest of my existence with it. I like to think of the difference in Ron Howard and Greg Brady, and I'm not throwing shade at Greg or any of the other kids that grew up on Brady Bunch, right? However, they all were, the similarity between the two is they were both on TV young, and they had an extended opportunity to learn about the process. And I don't know what area Greg grew up to participate in TV beyond that brand, you know, but we all know what happened with Ron Howard. And I'm not saying that I did anything close to Ron Howard. That guy took it and ran, right? But I do like to think that experience on the show, I had the foresight to realize that more than anything else, it was an opportunity to learn how to do the process. And that's a large part of how this channel has come about. And it's a major part of my life. I'm an artist is what happened. And that was the time that I got to learn to paint or to sculpt or whatever it is, you know. I might be a Picasso, but I'm in there, you know. And I think that's a good life lesson. You know, whatever we're doing, I feel it's important to learn from it because there's something in there. There's something that we can apply to the future, you know? Okay. Thank you, Rebecca. Hoorah. Becca B saying hey to Joyce. JT Stevenson. Hey, JT. I always loved your dad and y'all. Thank you so much, Jay. Appreciate you. JAI. Hey, JAI from Florida. Back at you from Washington State, my friend. Let's see. HRH. Diana. Hi, Diana. I always have trouble with that name. It's such a pretty name, and yet still it's difficult for me to read. She says, laptop Matt, it's coming. It should be delivered later today, probably in a couple of hours is what I'm figuring. And boy, I tell you, I might not sleep for 3 days. I just really want to get this footage out, get back into the swing of our adventures. Now, the good news is over the course of these past few months, while everything was happening, I just kept recording, basically. And so I did kind of like the reality show that I was on. We'd film for like 3 months or so and then take a and it would go to edit. And then they would edit and drop what we had filmed. It does make quite a time gap. However, it really does help because it gives me the content to work with. Now, I don't think I'm going to do that in the future. If things stay stable, like things are going to stay stable for long. Like as long as things are stable, what I'm going to try and do is continue to get my videos out more current so that like I'm taking the adventure and the adventure is edited and put out like within 2 weeks of when it actually happened. So these videos are going to be predated, but they're going to tell largely the story of what's happened, because I know a lot of this live stuff, it has been a vague experience. Now, I'm not going to touch on a lot of the negative extended stuff. I'm going to explain most of that stuff with tiles. That's just a tile with words on it that y'all guys can read, and really stay away from external blame. Now, in life, it's not that our people don't have a hand in the positive or a hand in the negative. However, I feel that taking that responsibility on myself to whatever, it's hard to explain. Let's say you give somebody responsibility with your life, right? And they botch it, right? It's easy to blame them because we're the ones that pay for the way that they botched the responsibility they had in your life. However, if I want to feel better about it, then I can put not the blame, but the responsibility on me. There was something about the interaction that wasn't right. Had I paid more attention, etc., then things would have worked differently. Had I not placed as much value on their involvement, then how it hit me in my head mentally after the catastrophe wouldn't have affected me so badly, and the chain of events afterwards would have been able to be approached positively, if that makes sense, you know. So what I'm going to do is just really stay light on blaming anybody else for anything, and yet still try and tell the story in a coherent way that reflects the true events, you know. Jonah, hey Jonah. Justine Riffer. Hey, Justine, how you doing? Becca B talking, Rebecca. Lady J, how you doing, Lady J? I'm seeing some really rude comments. No mods today. So I guess it's a free-for-all. That's okay. What I recommend when that happens, just block them on your end. That way you don't have to see them. I normally don't see them, and sometimes I like them because it allows me to address the issue of whatever they're talking about, you know. Now, I can just block them from my end too if I want to. And yeah, our mods, they all live in different places. They're all busy. They all have their own lives and stuff, you know, so it's not a big deal. And I would say to any of the haters right now, though, or anybody, let's not even say haters, anybody leaving rude or inconsiderate comments or something, I understand the feeling sometimes to lash out or to say something in a safe place like this that doesn't feel like it's going to affect anybody else's life, right? However, if you want, you could also, this is a really great little chat session we have here and a very great little community. If you want somewhere that you could jump in and actually make like a friend or something, I would totally recommend this place. So just jump in, tell us something. I'd like to hear about your life. We'd like to hear about your life. Tell us about your struggle. If you're going through something, sharing it really helps. Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to offer unwanted advice or tell you this or that. This is mainly about support, and most of us here too. What we do, we won't tell a person what they should be doing with their life. That's just not cool, right? What we'll do is we will relate to how we would feel in the moment and maybe tell you a story from our past, So hope that y'all are okay. And yeah, thanks for being here. Let's see. Everybody's talking to me. I've got to drop down now, guys. Sorry, I got to go back to the bottom. Y'all way outrun me. Cinnamon Hot says, Cinnamon Hot. I got it. I love that. Matt, you're a very kind and positive guy. Negative people show up anywhere and everywhere. I hope they can turn their frown upside down. Yes, Cinnamon, I always go back to the adage that because it was easy for me to not like people just based on the fact that they were terrible people is how I saw it, right? But then I really started trying to understand because I realized at times I was a terrible person too. I am not always kind. I am not always happy, and I am not always positive. I am a lot more than I used to be, right? But the adage goes, and through understanding the reactions and interactions of others, it helped me critique myself to do the work to become the better version of me. I'm not there, but I'm trying, right? The adage is hurt people hurt people. So normally when somebody says something mean or lashes out or something, it's because they're going through a difficult time and they don't feel that they have any support, most likely. Somebody to talk to. And instead of sharing those feelings and those problems, it's just easier to lash out. To make somebody else feel the same emotion is easier than it is to explain the emotion, if that makes sense. Like I said, understanding that helped me because I don't look at them as nasty people anymore. I look at them as people that are hurt, and I'd like to help them. And through understanding them or even just forgiving them, I think we can help them, So a large part of my issues in the past, and I guess sometimes currently too, is not feeling understood, not feeling heard, and not feeling like I can explain the way I feel in a way that others can understand, Yeah, I should get. I want to go hunting so bad, Matt X010. It's not gonna happen this year. It's just not going to. I was trying to tags, license, blah blah blah, all that stuff, time, and I'm just not going to be able to this year. I'm really hoping to be able to do it next year. I just don't know. It's a bummer. Cicely, how you doing, Cicely? They're judging enough for everyone. Yeah, but that's all right. Hi, Angie in the house. Hey, Ange, how you doing? Shout out to the mods. She's in here now, guys. Trey, hey Trey, how you doing? Trey says, I think I left a plunger in a. Okay, bro. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, right on, Victor. Portia, what up, Portia? Long time, my friend. Matt, did you notice a lady called Melissa asked if she'd been talking to you privately before? That will be a scammer she's talking to. Yes. No, Melissa, it's not me. There are a lot of people out there that they make money through scamming people and also through setting up these fake YouTube and mainly Facebook, a lot of Facebook sites, telling lies and stuff. Actually been able to monetize a lot of times. Some of the worst ones, they will get in touch with private individuals and ask for loans and stuff. They'll use videos or pictures of me when I'm actually struggling and tell them that that's a current event, and then people will send them money. And unfortunately, you know, YouTube is not as bad. Facebook is terrible. There are not many safety protocols to protect the little people. So thank you for caring. Thank you for all of the things that we've shared that I don't know about. And I'm so sorry that that's happened. I've tried so hard to be able to stop them. And so many of us here have. I mean, we've been fighting this stuff for like years. And I'm sorry that your emotions, your feelings, and your communications were taken advantage of. Now, on a good note here, guys, I have found some internet security stuff. Some people actually that they do this stuff, and it's not all that pricey. It's more like, I would give it as a passion with most of these guys. I'm gonna try and get in touch with them pretty soon and see if there's something that they can do to help us here on the channel. Also, I'm very interested in learning a lot of the internet stuff that like is very difficult, you know, and hard to understand. I've been doing that here recently, and they also might be able to help me with that education where we could get into, like, there's always a way to do something, right? Even if the thing is very tricky, it's just learning how to do it. And so I think that would be really an interesting avenue to go down. One, to learn how to do these things, and two, to have an actual reputable company that seems like morally obligated or morally justified, you know, to do these things for us. Cinnamon. Here's how you know it's a fake clone. They asked for something. Matt doesn't ask for anything. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cinnamon. Yeah, that is a very good point. Anytime, anywhere on the internet, guys, somebody asks for a credit card, a loan, a donation, personal information, it's not the person we're talking to, especially if they have set emotional hooks previously. So you've shared things or felt romantic feelings or anything like that, and then spontaneously they've got a flat tire, their house burned, something happened, right? That's a scam. And it's hard when we've been talking to somebody like that and we actually believe it to get out of it, because they've set an emotional hook. It feels good when it starts. It releases dopamine into our brain. And the first syllable, and don't correct me, please, on, I don't know syllables, verbs, adjectives, etc., right? But the first part of dopamine is dope. And, you know, that can hook us. So what I'm saying is that connection and the endorphins that we get from it make it more difficult afterwards when we know that there's something wrong to break the interaction, if that makes any sense at all. Robert Gaylor, thank you, Robert. Hoorah, very cool. Eric, what up, Eric? Eric Gallant says, hi from Prince Edward's Island, Canada. Hey, Canada, how you doing? I'm an island boy, too. There's just something about it, isn't there? Yeah, or not a float plane, but a little plane just went overhead. I've always wanted to fly. It's the one thing I can still accomplish in that area. So, like, I always thought Air Force would be really cool, right? Yeah, can't do it now, right? I'll probably never fly a jet. However, I can still get a pilot's license and I can still learn how to fly, learn the rules, the regs and stuff like that. And man, one of these days I'm going to. Could you imagine that? It'd be so cool. Tammy's in the house. What's up, Tammy? Tammy saying hey to Eric. Joyce waving to Lori B. Hey, Lori B, how you doing? AAME-G8U says, hey, love you, brother. Thanks for being you, not fake. Thank you, brother. I try to be real. You know what I mean? I feel that a lot of my, because, you know, I've had some really tough years in my younger years and everything. And a lot of that came from trying to maintain a false idea of myself being fake, basically, right? Not only was I fake to the people around me and everything to have this more glorious persona, I guess, right? I was fake to myself, and I didn't realize it. Thankfully, situations occurred that gave me the opportunity to realize and to decide that I wanted to be real, and change myself to the better version of me, I suppose. Like I've said before, I'm not there, right? I'm a lot better than I was. And being real gives me the opportunity to have a positive sense of self, right? Even things that aren't good. If I'm facing them and I know them about myself, I can work on them. And like everything, the more we do it, the easier it gets. For instance, when something bad happens or something, right? And I need to take accountability for it. And it's something that I'm afraid that, like a relapse or something, right? I'm afraid that y'all are going to leave over it because we've built this out here based on like not just, but on my personal strength and stuff, right? I do it anyway. I get on here, I talk to you about it, right? And that acceptance and that freeing my soul of that secret reinforces a good feeling about myself, and also a good feeling about sharing with others, because they say that we're only as sick as our secrets. And I love that saying. Lots of times in life, we'll get into an interaction or an involvement with other people, and because it's a negative topic and it involves somebody else, right? And people who get into those situations are normally good people. We think about other people and we don't want to hurt other people. So we keep that secret, which only allows it to get worse. Guys, my battery saver just came on. So, and I got to go. We got 3%. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Thank you for being there. Never give up, never surrender. Whatever you're going through, remember, mindset helps. Take care of yourself. Personal care is one of the first things to go when things get stressful. Don't have too much coffee, but it'll make the jitters worse. Eat something in the morning. It activates the metabolism. But most importantly, no matter what, never give up and never surrender.